Hey everybody. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I think I've gotten over my sickness. I just can't taste or smell anything. I don't know why the resolution is all fucked. Can't skip this either. After seeing that there are only that after seeing that there are all their empty tables in the restaurant, I said this to the man. Excuse me, I don't believe I know who. What? Excuse me, I don't believe I know who. Fuck. Look, this seat's occupied. That answered my question, the man continued talking to himself. Well, look, so here you are, you're graduating soon, clearly need a job. God, I feel like cutting my nose off right now. It just so happens that we have just a job for you. The man paused to add emphasis. A mysterious job. A wonderful, wonderful one. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. I'm gonna fix the window chat. It's fucked right now because I can't get to the settings. Go to the security office. Okay, finally. I don't know why. Can you capture it? Okay.
Since the beginning of civilization, the world has been full of unknown things.
There is controller support, right?
The balance of mankind's peaceful life has been upset. However, no matter how advanced our technology, no matter how great our scientific breakthroughs, there will always be anomalies that cannot be explained. We don't know where they come from or what their purpose is. These questions plague mankind and affect our daily lives. It's because...
Okay, I need to change the category. Which one is this one? This is files. Welcome back. How do you feel today? I feel terrible, honestly.
While ordinary people live in the sunlight, we must fight anomalies in the shadows.
I'm not as sick, but I just like don't feel any better.
Exposed to the public, so that people may live in a rational and ordinary world. We secure, we contain, we protect.
Okay, maybe there is controller support. You're like locked in right now. Can't move anything. Did you bathe though? I haven't bathed in a couple days. I don't know. is the first time playthrough? Yes. I've been meaning to play this game, so we're just gonna play it. I don't know how long. From what I understand, it's not too long of a game. Love SCP, never heard of this game. This is like a single player kind of... If you've never learned what SCPs are, then this is a good game for you, because it kind of introduces the whole concept. That's why we had ourselves that elevator ride, and there's supposed to be somebody who's just getting out of college. Yeah, you're supposed to be some sort of intern. I hate this motion blur effect, it's so bad. Can I just turn it off? Turn the motion blurs off? What is this? Jesus, that's loud. Here. Is this the CP game, the SCP game I've been hearing about? Is there more than one? There's always more than one. SCP is just a broken universe that people have kind of formed together around a wiki. Without the wiki, there would... Why does it sound like I'm walking behind myself? That's so weird. This game is not very well designed, if you've not noticed. Enter 914. Okay. I'm just kind of not paying attention. Welcome to the SCP Foundation. Before you start your work, please allow us to introduce you to the software art used in the archive department. Each day, your superior will assign tasks to the mission module. When there is a new task, the button will blink red to remind you. Communication with within the site relies primarily on the instant messaging system, where information is processed using level 2 encryption. Please pay attention to blinking red notifications. Training is an effective means of information. Within the Foundation, new employees must first participate in new employee training. Page shows public information of all sites around the world. Then concludes the introduction. Is this a group chat? Oh, this is annoying. I graduated from MIT with a double major in biology and philosophy. Name is Carl Astana. Is it just me, or do I sense a hint of jealousy? It seems MIT is not popular here. Yo, I'm so full of it. Someone needs to, like, kick me in the nuts. I'm not reading all this. Streaming while sick? I mean, if... I feel like you're asking me that question several days too late. So I already streamed, like, last Saturday, when I sounded significantly worse. Have you all conveniently forgotten about Jonathan? Who is Jonathan? You prestigious graduates are so full of it. You think you can just beam through everywhere with your glowing academic qualifications? You got it coming? Hell yeah, gent. Fuck is this dialogue? How dangerous could dealing with paperwork possibly be? Oh, please, eat me alive. Eat me alive. Fucking grind my fingers down and put it into a soup. Make me eat it. Make me drink it. Okay, can I just leave this? Can I just, like, go somewhere else? Now they're talking about Rick and Morty. I feel like just... This is not what I expected. I didn't know you were going live today. I didn't go live yesterday because I just was feeling horrible. And today, at least, I'm able to, I mean, I've been on my feet. I feel so weird. There's not really much I can do. Okay, that's all. The Class A archive must be handed in by the end of the day. What's my job, Director Aru? In the archives department, we need to review, organize, catalog, and modify all existing containment archives. You'll need to attend the new employee onboarding training first before we can begin working at the Foundation officially. Okay. Is this a game? It's supposed to be. I don't know why it makes it feel like a fucking job. This is the mechanism that this game is trying to provide as, like, a conveyor belt for like, background information. Like, this is supposed to be world building. A fucking work text group. A team's text group. This is slightly infuriating. I don't want to read any of this. Young man, this place is not what you think. You must abandon your past self and start again from zero if you hope to learn to survive here. No one will take care of you. You must demonstrate your own ability. This is a video. First class, room in Ham. There's a date and there's a meeting room. It's not bad for world building, but it could have been shorter significantly. There was a lot of fluff there. How are you feeling now? I'm not really feeling any better than I was before.
Jason Carter is a death row inmate. In exchange for clemency, he has agreed to work with the SCP Foundation.
Oh my
for
god!
30 days.
It's so... Why is the music so loud? Holy shit. Dialogue... Background volume? What do you mean background volume? Where's the sound? Where's the music volume? Is it background? No. Sound effect UI dialogue?
Upon completion of his work, he will be a
Jesus
free man.
Christ.
Jason Carter is now D50.
What the fuck? Why is it so loud?
3.
Is it actually going down in volume? I don't even think it is. You might have to rethink wanting to play this game. Why is that? Is there something you know that I don't? This game legitimately does not sound like it's going down in volume. There we go. It sounds like Squidward hitting the fucking warning button at the end there every time. Lol.
D503 was given no clear instruction of the task to be completed. He must find them out for himself.
Collect the waste. Are we like mushroom hunting? It's a petrol tank. Thank you for the description. No, the whole chat thing seemed off-putting. The whole chat thing? Do you have an favorite SCP? I don't. Maybe after this we can take a look. I figure I figure there's like a million of them out there. If someone's thought of one, then it probably exists. A roadblock, okay. The part where you said you didn't want to read. I mean, that's dialogue between a group, like groups of people in like a some sort of like work chat. It's the most unappealing thing in the world. A rusted iron pipe. How he got that into the whole truck by himself, who knows? Damaged tin drum. I feel like the SCP here is just like... I feel like we're picking up props from There Will Be Blood. This is so weird. Seeing the screen in its high quality, like... Yeah.
This was D503's first day of work. SCP protocol mandates that D503 now undergo a psychological evaluation.
Please take the level 2 mental test to assess the mental state. Current mental state. Drag the left graphics to the square to fill it all. Why the Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm about to just play this game on mute. Ugh. It's burglar time. Thank you.
This was the first day D503's psychological data was collected. You're probably wondering, how can this job earn freedom for a death row inmate?
Was this a free game? Probably poorly optimized? This is not a free game.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Raymond Ham from Site 83. Welcome to today's training conference. Today, I'm going to share with you a little project I've been working on called SCP-7457. The desert you saw just now is SCP-7457. D503 is a volunteer who we invited to help us learn more about this desert. Prior to the Foundation's involvement with SCP-7457, 329 people went missing in this area. As a precaution, we have introduced lockdown measures as we attempt to find the cause of these disappearances. As everyone here is new to the Foundation, it will be good for you to learn about SCP-7457. Let me explain how it works. Before we get started, are there any questions?
Dr. Ham, I'm Will Barton, 3rd Special Squad, Site 86.
Hello, Will.
Before I came here, I thought I had a basic understanding of the Foundation. I've heard of these anomalies, but only in terms of human anomalies. I had no idea that SCP-7457 was a desert. How do we begin to make sense of this?
That's a good question, Will. All the unexplained phenomena we are monitoring are being labeled anomalies. Human anomalies, regional anomalies, artifact anomalies, and various other phenomena beyond our control. The work of the Foundation is to isolate these anomalies and prevent the public from, shall we say, experiencing them? Okay, next question.
Hello, Dr. Ham. I'm Mark Harris, a research intern from Site 27. In the video, we saw D503 picking up garbage in the desert. Why did it do that? And what does this have to do with anomalies?
Okay, Mark. What I can tell you now is that everything you see is part of SCP-7457. SCP anomalies can be a little difficult to understand at first. Just know that it, or they, have their own rules. Perhaps you'll understand what I mean once we finish watching the video. Okay, let's move on. The first week was fairly normal. However, there was an interesting occurrence on the 8th day.
Okay.
Let's have a look at what happened.
It's dark out. I think that's the first thing. Not gonna lie, the sky really looks like a, it looks like someone who needs to clean their windshield. I'm seeing streaks, I'm seeing blobs. I meant to do that. Have you gone to see a doctor yet? I don't... I mean... I don't know. I don't think a doctor is going to be able to help me with what I'm feeling. It's a black spindle, a black, thick black cable that is wound too tightly to see what's inside. It is much heavier than it looks. Nobody knows why. It takes a lot of effort to carry. Also, I'm not sick enough for the doctor to really do to like give me anything. They're just gonna say go home and rest.
D503 had completed
You burned it alive. That's good. You don't know that. I don't know what I know anymore. It's like 3 pictures with triangles. 1, 2, 3. It's like 3 pictures that calculation results to. It's like 3 pictures that calculation results are equal to 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5. That's 5. That's not 5. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm doing. You better be recovering now if you don't booze up your tea. I don't. 83 minus 77. 7 plus 5 is supposed to be 2. It's not that one. My math skills are coming into play now. What do you mean the denominator is 25 minus 201? What is 125 divided by 15? I don't think that is 5. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 5 is 25. That's 75. 5 times 15 is 75, not 125. And then 15, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It is 15. So it's this one and this one. Error. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. It's 5. 5 plus 0 is 5. I guess maybe this one, because it's all addition. The parentheses.
That night, D503's psychological data showed abnormal fluctuations. Analysis tells us that D503 is dreaming. Unfortunately, though, we have no way of knowing what he dreamed of that night. The 8th day marked a significant turning point, the start of SCP-7457's impact on D503. Are there any questions before we go on?
Hello, Dr. Ham. I'm Spencer Jones from the Special Operations Department of Site-21.
Hello, Spencer.
It's still unclear as to why D503 needs to pick up all of this trash. If you wanted to monitor his psychological response to SCP-7457, why not just leave him out in the desert? Why assign him these tasks when there are already psychological evaluations taking place?
Okay, our analysis has indicated that SCP-7457 produces a new cluster of trash every 8 minutes and 37 seconds. If waste collection is not done regularly, all that trash may soon flow into our world. It is worth noting, though, that the quantity of waste created here pales in comparison to the amount produced by humans. However, it still has the potential to become a significant problem in the future. By assigning these tasks to D503, we can monitor his reactions while also containing the trash. There is another reason, but we will get to that one later.
Is it not the case that the Foundation is exaggerating the importance of a minor issue before the issue is fully understood?
Okay, everyone. I must emphasize that behind us is the general public, who are wholly unaware of any of this. Being meticulous and maintaining a serious attitude is essential at the SCP Foundation. Any oversight or underestimation of the enemy may result in disaster.
Thank you, Dr. Ham. I understand.
Good. Let's move on. The effects of SCP-7457 on D503 became most obvious on day 15 of the test. Due to the conditions that day, we were only able to track his movements after recovering data from his radar. It was definitely a bad day, perhaps the worst, even for a death row inmate. D503 found a radar that perfectly resembled his own. However, D503 didn't seem to think much of it.
The trash is talking to me, chat. I'm not collecting waste, I'm collecting myself. Another black spindle. Thank you for the stretch redeem.
Persistent adverse physiological reactions proved to be a challenge for D503. He still managed to complete his work on day 15. But then he encountered an incident.
It started snowing.
Sandstorm.
Or it started sanding.
D503 walked in the sandstorm for a long time, but he couldn't seem to find his way back.
Piss world. It's just...
D503 managed to find a site just as he was beginning to grow weak with exhaustion. A site he was not familiar with.
Okay, this is kind of interesting. He got lost, and then he ended up going to a site that essentially that is not like the same one. This might not actually be a real site, in fact.
Experienced a call from an unknown voice. Approximately 13 hours later, a visibly trembling D-503 returned to Site 8. We immediately performed a psychological evaluation. Major fluctuations can now be observed in D-503's physiological data. The results of the psychological evaluation were so troubling, we had to abort the mission.
Am I about to breakdance? What does this beat?
D-503 was able to break away from the Foundation's control. He has seen the test results of other Level D personnel were analyzed at SCP-7457. That's right. None of the Level D personnel at SCP-7457 have ever been able to leave this desert.
Chat, I have the audio set down to 50%. What the fuck?
D-503 heard the call.
He heard the call.
Humans often believe that their fate is in their own hands, that all choices come from their own free will. They don't realize that we humans form only a small part of this world. Out there, in the unknown world, we are as insignificant as a grain of sand in this vast desert.
Okay, this is kind of cool. I like this. This looks really nice. This is probably the best looking. This is the best looking the game has has been so far. So it's like a haunted, what? Like a haunted phone booth? That's actually a desert?
This is where D503's instincts led him.
So he became the phone. I see. Dead.
Days later, experiment participant D722 found the radar that had belonged to D503. The radar was 31 miles away from the waste treatment facility. All the data we have came from this radar. People entering SCP-7457 will suffer varying degrees of psychological stress within an acute period. It manifests as a range of neurological and mental disorders, as well as severe and unexplained hallucinations. So far, not one participant has left the desert unscathed. The Foundation has tested 31 Level D personnel in an area spanning 2,267 square miles. Our testing continues. When you work for the Foundation, you will face various anomalies. Some can kill you, some may drive you crazy, and some will make you feel that living is worse than death. Let this be very clear. SCP-7457 is just a taste of what you will face in the future. Before joining the Foundation, you were all leaders in your respective fields and industries. Researchers, special forces, FBI agents, national security experts. Well, SCP does not care how smart you are, how accomplished you are. It doesn't matter to them how many doctorates and titles you have. You are no different from helpless ants when confronted with these anomalies. Remember this. It is the most important advice you will receive. Do not take risks. You will die. You are not as special as you think you are. If you encounter an anomaly, put your pride and curiosity aside. Run. Because that's the only thing you can do. God won't protect you here. Welcome to the Foundation, rookies. I'm Dr. Raymond Ham, and this ends the first class of our employee induction program.
Add my comments. Lecture was qualified. No. Arrange appropriately. No. Connection was smooth. It was terrible. Notice of the meeting was punctual. No. Oh god, here we go again. Reminds me of one of the rants from Fight Club about everyone being the same kind of rotting organic matter or something. Guess. The dialogue for the guy was like tonally was kind of everywhere. I don't know. How do you feel? Uncomfortable, sure. I don't really know where else to. There's no other really, another option. 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 Another op Past hour has been a torture. I don't know how the others managed to hold on. I messed up during the training session. I jumped off a cliff, fell into the icy river, and choked hard. I don't know how I even recall any of this because I have no memory of entering cliffs or waterfalls, but it was also real. I gotta go to the cafeteria to get something to eat. What? Is this me? Is this another training thing? I don't understand. Guess it was me. Okay. Ready for a new job. Review the archives and organize them according to the requirements. Okay. Oh, God. Alright. Today's mission. Enter data regarding the investigation reports into the archive system on the right. Method of operation. Click the red underline. After clicking, the data dragging effect will be activated. Drag it to the archive system on the right. Click to release data. Data will be uploaded automatically. After entering all data into the archive system, click submit to complete the task.
I'm Agent Q from the accident.
Oh, it's so quiet. This is stupid. I've got to go. You need to see a doctor. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. I'll see if I can see a doctor. Why does it have to be so fucking quiet?
Containment breach occurred at Pony Station, and contact with the Foundation has been lost. Agent Bella Lawrence was given orders.
It's so fucking quiet.
Following is a transcript of the interview with Bella Lawrence.
What's your go-to Sigma? What's your go-to sick meal? You know, ideally it would be pho. Basically bone broth soup, Vietnamese bone broth soup. You would have like flank and yeah.
Where's the black box, Sparrow?
Beef tendon? I don't like tendon.
3 days ago, you were tasked with investigating the situation at Site 74, Pony Station. You were assigned to retrieve the black box. Now, out with it. Where is the black box?
This is giving like a CD-ROM animation right now.
I brought the black box back.
Don't lie to us. You never brought it back.
No, that's impossible. I remember. I completed my assigned task.
One Tom suit and an egg roll is how we heal in New York.
All right, here now. This isn't an interrogation. We're not here to lay blame or point.
Getting cheap Chinese food is not easy to come by around here. That's why I prefer pho, because it's like
Bella,
it's still like $13-14 for like a bowl of soup, but at least it's enough to be like 2 meals worth.
we need to know what happened at Pony Station.
My memory's a mess at the moment.
That's fine. We'll take it slowly. Step by step.
Honestly, the worse
Why don't we
the
start
restaurant
with the
treats
moment you
you,
received your mission?
the worse a pho restaurant treats you, the better the soup is. Straight up.
I'll try.
DC Chinese not the same. They actually clean their woks and fryers. No. Not even DC Chinese. It's
Arrive in about 3 minutes.
like Northern Virginia. Northern Virginia. I don't go into DC like that.
Since the Foundation lost contact with Pony Station. SCP-701 experiments there have been ongoing. We have reason to suspect a containment breach.
What is my mission?
According to Foundation Security Regulations 709S, each site must have a black box placed in a secure area to assist in identifying the cause of an accident, should one occur. Your task is to investigate the situation and retrieve the black box.
Black box? Got it. Okay, I've arrived.
Now there's just no audio. Okay.
I'm able to observe the mission site from here, but it doesn't seem like one of the Foundation's secure facilities.
Pony Station, officially known as Site 74, was originally a hydroelectric power station. After it was abandoned, the Foundation repurposed it as one of their sites. Initially, it was used only to contain a few safe-level anomalies, but recently it's also taken over SCP-701. I don't know all the details. We won't know the truth until you retrieve the black box.
Got it. I'll complete the task as instructed and retrieve the black box.
A cont counter is this like a device capable of measuring the humes of an air and calculate the reality bending rate of real time. Yeah, okay. Reality anchor, device capable of stabilizing the humes of surrounding areas, one of the best weapons of combating against reality bending. Okay. And what is this, a pregnancy test? 16 milliliter per injection. This is a beta blocker. Beta blocker? Gamma blocker? I don't know. Yeah. Are you on antibiotics yet? You want pho? No, I'm not on antibiotics. I've not seen the doctors. I don't... I don't think I'm sick enough to go. And if I go there, they're just gonna tell me to like go home and just like rest or something. It's probably some shit that I'm doing to myself.
Retrieve the black box from the lab. Room 705. The elevator. 7th floor. Sparrow. Must.
What's that? Bald Eagle, you're cutting out. Damn. This is out of the safe range. I'll place a reality anchor.
It's already at 50%. What the fuck? AWSW is not doing anything.
Okay. Much better. Now let's find that elevator.
I tip over a plant and I get fucking flashbacks.
All the plans, including the project schedule that follows, have been disrupted. The actors of the whole site is theirs. They managed to procure a goddamn script from God knows where, and they've taken over my laboratory accordingly. And Dr. Cooper, or whatever his name is, in particular, he puts on airs every time the operation starts as if everyone should listen to him. Who does he think he is? I have to let him know who's the boss around here.
You don't like my attitude? I don't like how I sound either.
Anon tipped $100. It may be a waste of time, but if you go and tell them you have had symptoms since last Tuesday, I bet they give you some help.
Fuck, it's getting fun here. Sheesh. Anon, thank you for the money. Okay. As I said, it's like I still sound the same and stuff. It's just like how I feel, there's not a medication that can fix that. So like
Dr. Tyler Cooper. I've heard of this guy. A bit of an eccentric and a thrill seeker.
I just feel like just I just want to forget about everything going on right now. Would you like the fallen egg rolls thing? No, it's okay. I was given a lot of noodles and cans of soup before, so I'm still going through all of it. I already ate before I started streaming today, so I'm not hungry. Thank you. Again, Anon, thank you for the money as well. Jesus, those mice are fast as fuck. What the hell? Hey, that guy just disappeared. It looks like a lot of these apartments were once a single normal-sized apartment, but the landlord turned it into 4 apartments to make more money. I knew a guy who lived in DC and basically lived that way as well.
This must be the elevator. To the second floor, then.
They like separated like one bedroom into 4,
Blood we offered.
and
King we served.
they're taking electricity from the store below them.
Blood?
They're taking internet and electricity.
Sacrifice of sin? What's this? Some kind of poem?
My head.
Holy shit. I'm very familiar with cognito hazards. I've been trained to deal with them. But this wasn't anything like that. I couldn't breathe. It was like there was a knot tied around my throat. I was weightless, hanging, gasping. No matter how much I struggled, nothing helped.
That does sound terrifying. But perhaps it was just a nightmare, though.
No. We wake up from nightmares. Not from this.
My god, it's such a huge display. And this door feels like... This door doesn't feel big enough, but the controls on the side are like extra large.
I guess I'm taking the stairs.
I don't want to take any more drugs. I feel fucking... I hate it. When I got back from... I ended up leaving work early yesterday because I couldn't stop coughing and sneezing, and my voice didn't get any better throughout the day. My stomach started to hurt. I came home. I had Mucinex and a what was it called? A Alka-Seltzer. I passed out, woke up. I felt, I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't know. I just like don't feel anything. Where do you think you got sick from? Most, like, I very obviously got sick from my job. I basically stand in one spot for 6 hours as people pass by me. And then, like, try and sell them fucking phone lines.
This cognito hazard. Could it have something to do
Trying to, like, strong arm people to, like, buy shit.
The situation here is much more serious than I expected.
Mucinex is an expectorant? Expectorant? I don't know. Yesterday my one nostril was clear and yesterday my left nostril was clear and my right nostril was congested, and now today it's flipped. Miss Irene Mabel, recently former assistant of Dr. Tyler Cooper, Miss Linda Amanda, was demoted because of her refusal to carry out the experimental orders given by Dr. Cooper. On the 16th of, she was injected with Class A amnestics, and sent away from site. To fill this role, and at the behest of Dr. Cooper himself, site manager has decided to promote you to the role of senior experimental assistant. Your interview and authorization session will be held today at 13:30 hours, room 711. Expectorants are to help reduce mucus production. It's not as bad as it was over the weekend. I just have a cough and congestion that will not go away.
It's all very unusual these
Hello,
days.
Serene.
Many people have come to the site, but they haven't registered with the authorities. I've heard that Cooper and his team are rehearsing a script into a play, and that all participants are required to record their daily status. My experiment has to be put on hold because there's no one left to work on it. It's not right. I'll write an email to the minister and inform them of the malpractice going on here. Who's there?
It's meant to expel mucus from the body, it makes you spit up phlegm. I am not taking any more. I'm not taking any drugs today. I fucking hate it, as I said. I like. Why is his art so good? I take one of these handles and put it on there. What am I? Ugh. Where the fuck? There it is. Can you breathe in through your nose, or are you mouth breathing? I can't breathe through my nose, like, by itself. It's an oblong-ass handle. Watch the SCP actually just be the play. Like, the play is the entity, and it's trying to recruit people here because they built this building on top of, like, an old high school. Get well soon. Thank you. Your nasal walls are inflamed. That is what congestion is, yeah. These, I swear. This game is so weird. Everything is too big and too small at the same time.
Rehearsal notice?
More rehearsal. Humidifier in winter is a must. I can't afford one. They're just too expensive. They're like several $100s. And, you know, I would get one at Costco, but I don't have a Costco membership card.
What the hell is going on here? Fourth floor again? The way out of here might have something to do with these clocks.
I guess at the ting. Do the ting. I'm so confused about the story. Do you understand? No, I don't. See, the beginning, like, even though it was kind of monotonous, it at least felt like, you know, you're being brought into a system. You're being brought into a logical universe, which is the Foundation, and learning about the SCPs and such. It's this. I don't know how we got here, because I thought the assignment for us, you know, our character, was to look at the documents and everything. I guess this is us still looking at those documents, but it's like multiple layers of being told we're looking at the documents. Now we're given the task. We're looking at the story of a woman who's given a task to look at this place. And at this place, we have all this equipment because of these anomalies. But the anomalies that of reality we are facing is not the true anomaly. So I fail to see, like, yeah. I got a humidifier with all the buttons for like 40. Let me see. You're talking about like this? Or is it the large one? Why is the larger one $100, but the other one is, you can't even actually buy it? Where can you buy this? Amazon is the only place you can buy it. What's the price there? Okay. I'm gonna use what Anon gave me and get a humidifier from it then. Is this technically... Yes, I did the ting. You rather still have something festering up there or just histamines acting up, nasal spray with Afrin? Take care of that. I completed the clock puzzle. Was it really a puzzle though?
I've never seen such a rare value before. This appears even worse than I thought.
The real anomaly is why these rats move so fucking fast.
When was the last time they cleaned this place?
Why did that take so long to get down here?
That voice again.
Voice? What voice? What voice?
I serve my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation.
Tell us what it's saying.
Sacrifice of sin.
It's a religious entity.
No.
Bella, are you feeling better now?
Suffocation. Like a rope looped around my neck, pulling tight. Weightless. Hanging. Nothing around me. Just my feet dangling. Struggling. Fighting. It will swallow me and make me its slave.
Bella, you are completely safe here. Nothing can hurt you. Okay, let's continue.
The situation there was much worse than expected. Much worse. I knew I had to get in touch with the Foundation. I managed to find a phone, and I called her backup. This is Sparrow, 09868, for Bald Eagle. I'm at Pony Station on the 7th floor. The situation here is much worse than expected. I need backup.
Bella, are you sure this is actually what happened?
What do you mean? Yes. Of course I'm sure.
Come on, Bella. Try and focus.
What are you talking about?
Bella, you never made that phone call.
Of course I... What?
Pony Station was completely cut off. There was no contact with the outside world whatsoever. A phone call? That would have been impossible.
No, but I saw...
What did you see, Bella? Tell us what you saw.
The numbers, Mason. Tell us, what do the numbers mean?
What the hell is that?
Oh. Well, let's just try it again. Okay. Jesus, the camera shake. Kaboom. Open. What? Excuse me. Oh, these QTEs have so much more to be desired.
Bald Eagle never said anything about that. Bastard.
We're evacuating. Damn it. After the show, everyone went crazy.
I knew it. It's the show. It's the play that was the entity.
Killing each other like beasts. And that damn evil white monster. This was all destined to happen when he brought in that script. Everything that happened here is all Cooper's fault. It's their fault.
Looks like something
This will be
bad
the last
happened
recording
here.
from the experiment. The hydropower plant was shut down forever. And no doubt my experiment will also...
SCP-701 scripts have been out for a week now, and the participants have had minor rehearsals as described above. But one thing continues to baffle me. They always seem to recite the wrong lines, every single person. It's strange, almost like it's orchestrated. And when I try to correct them, they become defensive, insisting that they read the correct line. But other than that minor hiccup, everything else went well. I'm very much looking forward to the first full rehearsal in room 705 the day after next. After the first rehearsal, all will bear witness to the potential of SCP-701. My name will become synonymous with it. Tyler Cooper, the genius behind the experiment who managed to tap its endless potential. This is history in the making.
Rehearsals? Play? What is up with this SCP-701 experiment?
Honestly, this game would be infinitely more scary if it was just sound balanced better. Because everything is like so quiet and so loud, so quiet and so loud, it just like I'm not paying attention. I feel like I'm watching out for loud parts so that I can turn the volume down. Also, Tubbs, thank you for the resub. To all personnel at Pony Station, research on SCP-701 will officially begin tomorrow. In order to prevent the dissemination of classified information, all video surveillance equipment has been removed. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I guess I can go through this door now. Thank you. This entire area right here is actually giving original Outlast a bit. I think it's like the ending of Outlast 1. Really looks like it really reminds me of this. Is that a DJ pad? God, these knobs look so good. I just want to like turn them. Is that an EQ panel? Why does this look like... This is the best equipment in the game so far. Like, really, it looks like a DJ pad. You got mixers down here in the middle. Must be a hell of a booth. It's a really nice hum. I like the hum.
Why does it look like they're all going to the same place?
Something tells me this is the actual SCP.
The black box.
Video jog wheel, presumably. I like to think otherwise. Feels more fun doing so. Okay, black box from the pony station. SYDII encrypted. Okay. It looks like a... It's literally like a plane's black box or something. Video jog wheel. Is that what it's actually called though? A jog wheel? Boo. Oh. Or, I mean, I guess the SCP is the black box? I guess?
Bella, we really need you to tell us the truth here.
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth. I completed my task. I retrieved the black box from Pony Station.
Looks like the cognito hazards really did a number on her.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Bella, there was no black box in sight when we found you.
That's impossible. I'm positive. I know I had it in the escape elevator.
And there is no escape elevator in Pony Station. None of what you're saying adds up.
But that's impossible. It's just impossible.
Look at me, Bella. Try and focus. What really happened?
What really happened?
Bella, think carefully.
I ate it. What is that sound effect from? Why does that sound familiar? Boom. She died there? This is... I don't understand.
Fuck, not again.
Oh, is this a... Do I have to kite? Yeah, I gotta kite. Or not. What the fuck? Do I run away? Am I behind the boxes? Okay. Bro is too fast. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna go left instead of right. He's so fast. What the fuck is this? What do I have to do? Do I put the thing on the ground? What if I like crouch? Will he move any slower? No. What if I... Can I jump on top of the boxes here? This is stupid. What if I just go right at him? Fuck you! Can I juke? Motherfucker's fast as fuck for no reason. He's gonna kill me. Or not. Okay.
Pony Station will have to be locked down.
God, that's stupid.
For certain. So SCP-701 is a script.
I knew it. It is a script.
Performance and now all of Pony Station is ruined. Dr. Cooper, what have you done?
It's a goddamn story. I think the SCP is interesting, but the way that this was put together to try and explain it all was really rough.
Where are they heading? But where have all those volunteers gone?
I found all the scripts. Huh.
Holy fuck. Guess this is the ending of their performance. SCP-701. The Hanged King's Tragedy.
Damn. This is a big ass pipe.
I serve my Who's there? My blood. What the fuck?
Finally, a more honest reaction from the actor.
Sacrifice his head and seek redemption with his blood.
Kill him! Kill him! A despicable usurper does not deserve the glorious crown!
Flashing lights is kind of hurting my head. Elle, she's turned into a dummy.
It's the goddamn cognito hazard again. I need to leave right now.
Okay, all of this right here is actually pretty sick. I don't know why. Sometimes this game just kind of hits it for the atmosphere and the level design for a second. Trying to punch a dummy. He's got jigged. These QTEs feel so impactless.
Need to leave. Damn it.
Yeah, this part looks pretty sick. I like the lighting. Lighting looks good. Textures and everything makes it look and feel complete. Oh my god, it's so loud. This is kind of wild. Okay. Can't believe I'm playing the same game right now.
With my blood, I serve my king. With my blood, I serve my king. With my blood, I serve my king.
Poke.
With my blood, I serve my king.
Poke.
With my blood, I serve my king. With my blood, I serve my king. With my blood, I serve my king.
Her condition is unstable. I've just injected her with a sedative, but you'll need to let her rest for a while.
Thanks, Doctor. Well, let's go then.
What? We haven't found the black box yet.
You still don't get it, do you?
Get what? What do you mean?
A black box is merely a vehicle for recording the truth. But a black box isn't always a black box.
You mean...
That's right. She is now the black box. Got time for a cold one? Because our work here is done.
I serve my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation. Sacrifice of sin.
The black box has been properly contained at Site 105 and pending further investigation. Above is the full record of the inquiry.
The Hanged King's Tragedy is a 5-act revenge tragedy from the Caroline era. Performances of the play are associated with psychotic and suicidal behavior amongst both audience members and participants. In addition to the appearance of a mysterious character, SCP-7011. Historical estimates placed a number of lives claimed by the play between 168 and 173 over the past 300 years. Agent Q, a typical case of the study of SCP-701 incident took place on May 27, 2009 during a group test experiment. The presiding project's research leader at the time was Dr. Tyler. According to the research logs, SCP-701 is a self-evolving mimetic virus that spreads through unknown means via dramatic texts. Pony Station is currently under a full-scale lockdown. Agent Q. That is indeed a valuable question, sir, but according to our investigation of Bella, that data is no longer considered complete. The black box is the only reliable recording containing the entirety of the research contents. She is the sole complete database of SCP-701. Because she survived, everyone else has died doing it. I guess that makes sense. Click the red underline. Okay, after clicking the data, dragging effect will be activated. Drag it to the archive system. Okay. Left click to release the data. Oh. After entering all data into the archive system, click Submit to complete the task. I am not going to be reading all this out. Let me just like skim a bit of it. Performances of the Hang King strategy do not always end with an outbreak. Of the blank recorded performances, only 36.78% have ended in SCP-107 events. So she had some bad fucking luck, it seems. 1 to 2 weeks prior to event, during the dress rehearsal period, cast members will begin to spontaneously deviate from the published text of the play rather than improvisation or gaffes associated with going off script. Said deviations will be both orderly and consistent, as if the actors were working off a new version of the script. Cast and crew will seem unaware of any change. Okay. 2 to 3 hours prior to the event, the outbreak generally occurs during opening night or else at the production with the greatest planned attendance, generally within the first week after the play's opening. 1 to 2 hours before the event, SCP-7011 begins to appear on stage in the final scene of Act 1, generally in the background or to the side of the main action. It may seem to enter or exit the stage area, but does not appear to ever enter the backstage or offstage area. It simply disappears when not on stage. I'm guessing SCP-7011 was that thing that's like wrapped around and stuff, I guess, yeah. Hello, Ashley. The event. SCP-701 appears fully on stage during the banquet scene in Act 5. Here, it will be incorporated into the action of the play as the Hanged King. The cast will either murder each other or commit suicide, sometimes using items that seem to appear spontaneously on stage. Rioting breaks out in the audience, with viewers randomly attacking anyone in front of them, regardless of their prior relationship. So that's what that was at the end, with her, like, you know, basically doing combat sports to get out of that, to get out of the theater. Following the event, if any of the attendance members survive the initial outbreak, they may exit the performance space, in which case they will continue to engage in random or opportunistic violence. Victims will generally require sedation or restraint in this scenario. Normal personality will begin to return roughly 24 hours after the event. Surviving victims will generally exhibit signs consistent with a traumatic experience. Some will have no recollection. Okay. Full-scale research of SCP-107 took place on May 19, 2011 during a group test experiment. In short, SCP-701 is a self-evolving mimetic virus transmitted through unknown means through the text of a play. Yes, we already know this. Foundation agents are under standing orders to suppress any performance or publication of SCP-701. All attempts to detect or isolate the origin of these copies have failed, though. Suppression of the play's publication has generally been successful, with most copies of a 1971 scholarly edition destroyed before distribution. Nonetheless, copies of the 1965 trade paperback turn up with some regularity in both college and high school libraries. Agents are to obtain or otherwise destroy these items. Still sick? A little bit, yeah. The description. This is a new one. All materials relating to SCP-701 are to be kept in a triple locked archive. Yeah, okay. These items consist of two copies of it, 27 copies of the trade paperback version. Okay, it's just kind of like a thing. Okay. Okay, so I like how at the end of it, they like give you a textual like description along with like lore with it, because the gameplay ain't that good. was a bit confused, but I got over it. Are we really using a Are we really using a living being as a tool to contain anomalous objects? Hello, Heather. How about taco night? I'd love to have some tacos, actually. To celebrate the completion of my very first archive mission, my colleagues threw a small party. It was all started to grow on me. Okay. Okay. The December sickness. I feel like I can't do anything. I'm gonna go see the doctor though. And I'm gonna order a humidifier. Anon was kind enough to donate 100 today. So I'm gonna get a humidifier with that. Have you tried some small spooning rest? Is that like... Is that an innuendo? I can't tell at all. I honestly feel like getting some more soup right now. I'm getting a little hungry. Hey, Snowy. I was just about to ask if you're feeling any better. Object is in... What is this? Object is an irregular clay plot with a height of 23 centimeters and diameter 28. Do not be fooled by its appearance. It's an organism, a womb. An earthen womb? SCP-660 may be safely stored in a standard safe deposit box, provided its mouth remains covered with an inert perspex disc and sealed with tamper-proof tape. What? Yes, when you're the small spoon. No, I don't want to get anyone sick. I've not really interacted with anybody. Besides trying to go to work. Besides trying to do work yesterday. Should I read any of this? I kind of don't want to read any of this. I just want to like figure it out. Lab report 660. I think I have to read this. Lab report 660A. Sample condition: skin flap harvested from the left thigh of a cadaver of D612. Donor was healthy in all respects prior to death. Okay, lab report 660B, skin condition, skin flap harvested from... Wait. Let me go back. Lab report 660A, sample use, tissue sample left in SCP-660 for 2 months duration. Result: daily biopsies indicate viability of samples. Cell samples taken from tissue graft are cultured in vitro, revealing a predisposition towards precancerous and cancerous growth. Okay. Lab report 660B. Tissue sample left in SCP-660s for 2 months duration, then grafted. Okay. The recipient's anomaly tested record had no earthen made of compressed earth or made of baked or fired clay. Okay. This was just like clay. Pottery, earthenware for pottery made of clay fired to a porous state, which can be made impervious to liquids by the use of a glaze. Okay. So it's like a finished clay pot. SCP-660 may be safely stored in a standard locked deposit box. Right, we already got that. Description: 660 is an irregular earthen urn. It's an urn. The interior of FCP 660 is coated with dried mammalian uterine tissue similar to human endometrial lining. It's a pot that's also a uterus. 660 is capable of indefinitely preserving all biological tissue placed within it, regardless of external conditions. Or state of the sample, until the tissues are removed. Living tissues will remain viable, and living organisms will remain alive, even when deprived of substance or for extended periods of time. While the exact mechanism responsible for this is uncertain, isotopic labeling has shown that it involves the exchange of biological matter between the sample and SCP-660's interior coating. SCP-661 was a human fetus originally found in SCP-660, most likely having been sealed in the artifact for at least 6,600 years. However, SCP-661 immediately underwent massive transformation upon removal, additionally developing several blank, consistent with anthropogenic blank progression. SCP-661 is most likely neutralized. Details are available to personnel with clearance. Okay. Recovery. SCP-660 was originally recovered from an archaeological dig in blank blank, where it was found in a purported grave site, among a number of other mundane artifacts. A beeswax seal covering the mouth of SCP-660 was dislodged during the excavation process, revealing SCP-661. Okay. Is this this is a different one. Okay. Addendum 143-1. The trees were grown on site from saplings. This is after reading the previous one and now reading this one, I feel kind of like a little bit of whiplash. SCP-143, Object Class Euclid. SCP-143 is to be contained in the valley adjacent to Bioresearch Area 12, an area over 2 square kilometers. Area surrounding SCP-143 for up to 20 kilometers, and all lines of sight from the surrounding hilltops are to be denied public access. SCP-143 is a plantation of 300 specimens of a unique type of tree. The trees are similar in appearance to Prunus ex Yidonensis, Japanese sakura, or cherry blossoms. They bear no fruit, and the only known way of reproduction is by careful own root propagation using cut samplings from an older sample. The petals are light pinkish color, slightly translucent. Care must be taken when handling the petals, as their edges are razor sharp and can easily slice through flesh if mishandled. It's like a blade tree. They refer to the original trees as Jinko no Kodachi, or the Blade Wood Grove. It is from them that the Foundation gained the techniques to cut and work the wood and petals into serviceable items. The original trees are still in Japan, owned by the government and still tended to by the same family. However, the government has denied all existence of the trees, and any products made from them are kept within the country. Addendum 143-2. SCP-143 is to be watered twice every day on a regular basis via a large sprinkler system, unless already watered by local precipitation. Okay. Don't touch it. Don't stand beneath it. If the contamination area begins to shed, the sheddings have concluded. The collection of the fallen petals for testing purposes has been authorized. Oh. We lost 3 staff to 143 today. They were collecting petals dropped by the trees the previous day when a sudden gust picked up, shaking a good deal of the petals from the trees and blowing them around. Stayed that windy for the whole day. I'd send a cleanup crew, but it's still pretty windy and the odd petal is still falling. I'll have to pick up the remains when the wind dies down. That's crazy though. It just starts like falling and just like slices right through everything. SCP-261. Any access to SCP-261 must be approved by staff with level 2 clearance or higher. Currently, SCP-261 may be used only 10 times in a 24-hour period, with no transaction exceeding the equivalent of 500 Japanese yen. Items dispensed by SCP-261 should be reviewed by site health and safety officials before consumption. SCP-261 appears to be a large black vending machine with no front glass panel and a small keypad on the right side. SCP-261 was recovered in Yokohama, Japan. Was brought to the Foundation's attention after investigation of an urban legend about a magic vending machine that was circulating the internet. Internally, SCP-261 appears to be a basic vending machine equipped to vend food and beverage items. After a key was made and the front door opened, no abnormal materials were found, and it was determined that SCP-261 has never actually contained any food or beverage items. The keypad, while connected and operating correctly, does not activate any of the dispensing mechanisms. When money is placed into SCP-261 with a 3-digit number is entered, and a 3-digit number is entered on the keypad, SCP-261 will vend a random item. SCP-261 has not accepted any currency other than yen, with rejected currency being deposited in the coin return slot. SCP-261 is capable of operating with no external power supply, but operation is still in this state will cause unstable vending to occur much more quickly than normal. You can get a Coke Zero. You can get Cheetos. You can get Black, like a caffeinated chewing gum. Yo, I need a caffeinated chewing gum. I need to get some caffeinated chewing gums. That sounds actually pretty good. You can get a Pepsi. You can get a Dark Side Cola. You can get an unknown, a small mesh bag filled with small multicolored pyramids, packaging in an unknown language. Pyramids found to be very hard and unpleasant tasting. Somebody actually tasted that. Compared to chalk in taste and consistency. When placed in hot water, pyramids open and produce strings that quickly dissolve, coloring the water the same shade as the pyramid. Water had no additional taste, but testing revealed a sharp increase in mineral, carbohydrate, and protein content, with several minerals unidentified at the present time. This content was found to be consistent with the recommended daily intake of nutrients for adult humans. Researcher ingesting the water reported stomach cramps 2 hours later, but no other effects. What? Wait. Unknown. Aluminum box with a small glass window on the side and a large round button on the top. Packaging in an unknown language. Box is seamless. Appears to be filled with small round animals covered in fur, each with 3 small paws and a single large eye. Pressing the button causes the inside of the box to rapidly become superheated, cooking the small animals alive. Muffled noises and scratching were heard for several seconds during the cooking process. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the front panel opens and gives access to the now cooked animals. Professor Kane volunteered to eat the animals, with no other researchers willing to do so. Taste described as crunchy, very spicy, and a small hint of beef. Last item unknown. Tall, thin aluminum can packaged in an unknown language. Opening the can caused a chemical reaction with the liquid inside the can. Liquid was apparently not intended for an oxygenated atmosphere and detonated violently. What? Causing several injuries and killing 2 researchers. Testing discontinued and area cleared. Testing area observed to smell like citrus for several days. That was kind of interesting. Attending the monthly lecture. This game seems weird. This is an SCP game. Supposed to be about... If you're not aware of SCPs, or just, I guess, like, the world involved behind the wiki, then, you know, this is a good intro. Because it's not like too... I mean, there's a lot going on, but... Hopefully you listening to me just read it out loud is enough. Not a clue. Oh. I'm not doing a good job then. A dance and a dragon during conference. More training. Let's go.
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before.
I could hear this guy in my brain.
A real story
right now.
of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story. The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel. One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
Why is it so jolly?
Mr. Daniel, while up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you'll practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
Daniel was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
What the fuck? Okay, space, alright. Excuse me. I don't even get like the noise of the tone. I can't believe the previous level and what we're playing right now is the same goddamn game.
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
Huh? Who's there?
Daniel decided to go over and take a look.
Damn, this art style's trippy. Very trippy. I actually like it.
It was a mousetrap, and there was a red origami paper dragon inside of it. Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful. The only problem was part of its wing was damaged. But Daniel found a way to repair it.
Choose items to repair.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
Hold on, chat. I gotta clean my glasses. Let me just like.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
Okay, they're clean now.
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below. He played and played with the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo! Dragon! Soar!
That's exactly how I play with a paper dragon too.
In the warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
The next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down.
Bro's having a midlife
he began
crisis
to fiddle
at
with
like
the old
8 years old.
radio.
Fuck! God, it's loud.
Our town is located in the plains, where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
Where did this paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
Bro's actually sick, just hallucinating all of this. He's actually in bed, just imagining himself doing all these things. Mary, you goddamn piece of garbage. Oh, fuck.
Just as he was about to seize the rolling paper ball, suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it.
What?
Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow
Ah.
bigger and bigger.
Who's gonna
At
tell
that
her she's
moment,
not really streaming?
A red
What do you
figure
mean?
suddenly appeared. The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box.
No, yeah, I'm actually in bed right now. I'm just imagining myself streaming.
Daniel studied the red figure carefully.
I'm imagining what y'all in chat would be saying right now. I don't see enough of y'all making fun of me though, so I know that I'm not actually streaming right now.
It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed away. Just then,
This is all
Daniel
very normal.
had an idea. He took out his penny whistle and slowly played a tune.
That's how whistles sound, by the way. How to Train Your Paper Dragon? That's kind of cute. I've actually never seen that movie though. Should I watch that? Should I watch How to Train Your Dragon? I've seen memes about it, but not. What's that? Oh god, the music. What? Oh.
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound very much. It began to move along with the rhythm,
Didn't see
flipping
it, no
up
idea.
and down in the air. Soon the two were playing and dancing, just like old friends. The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
Rewatch Fallout to prep for the new season. Okay.
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally meet again. Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me. You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit any time.
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic. Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
This is very normal. When I'm sick, I like to rewatch stuff. That way, if I crash for a bit, nothing lost. I watched the rest of Lazarus and rewatched Bebop, but I've not really been watching anything for like the past 2 days. Maybe like a little bit of Star Trek, but it's just like...
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel.
Just
During
that
this
motivation
time,
to do things
Daniel
is just not
introduced
there.
many of his friends to the paper dragon.
Like, I wanted to do some outfits for this, at least for December, you know? Like last year's Christmas fit that I did was really good, and I still have it, and I want to do it. And I want to do like 2 more on top of it. But like at this rate, I don't know. Like I haven't even decorated my room.
That cat's name is Mrs. Carter. Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends. That's Duke, Mrs.
Just turning into
Jessica's
date
pet.
everything. What is
He
going?
doesn't
I don't
like
know what
being
is going
Date
on.
Or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages for his taste. And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it didn't understand him.
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
Let's play cat.
What? It's... What if I throw it out the window? Never mind. Give it a couple days. I mean, we'll see.
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
A stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls.
They're multiplying.
Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and
It's like a
rushed
volcano?
right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped. Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle day in and day out. As the days went by, Daniel's playing became smoother. One day, the box suddenly began to move.
Huh?
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
Earthquake! Another earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
In that small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls. This time, the paper balls used new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper. It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other. Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious. Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power. The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon.
Chat, this all started with him getting smallpox and like isolating in his room. Just to remind everyone.
The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box. The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper, and a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once.
Makes you feel as if your imagination is just not cutting it, huh? I think it's just... Holy shit, it's the goddamn sun in there. My imagination has... I don't know how to describe it. I feel like my creativity has just like plummeted completely.
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box. The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic.
What does this remind me of? The different
Daniel
dragons and
eagerly
the colors?
took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
Are you going into the kid is too creative? No, not at all. I am making fun of the fact that this started out with him being sick, and they never said whether he got better or not. He's just like, we're just assuming it's whatever, it's a story. But I should be enjoying the fact that there's not like people hanging themselves inside of like sewers like the previous part. It's chickenpox. Most people get better from it. I had it when I was 6. Isn't there like some sort of isn't there like some sort of disadvantage that if you do get chickenpox when you're a child? I forget what it is, but oh, wow, this is so loud. My God. The author's voice makes me believe he or his entire family is going to die. I'm letting it play out. I'm not making any predictions. I can't tell. It's too happy.
In the sweet melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world of dragons.
Yeah, you risk developing shingles. That's what it was. We got that CD-ROM animations again. There's actually so much going on in this game. No wonder it, like, everything is just very loosely put together in a way. I guess like
the paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants have returned.
Did he climb in the box?
They have launched ferocious attacks.
I actually wasn't paying attention either.
We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
That okay. What is that one show, chat? What is the one like kids dragon show? It was this one. This is what I'm thinking of. Oh, come on. This is what I'm thinking of. With them and their like stones and shit. This is what this whole fucking part is reminding me of. I was trying to put my finger on it. It's like stone or something, right? Yeah, here it is. And then they're just like dragons, right? I forget. They like touch the stone. Is there a video? Wait a minute. I think it's this one. Yeah, look, they're coming alive. They like spin around them and shit. And then they're like there. And then they're like wherever. You know what I mean? Anyways. That's an unlocked memory right there.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant, but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends again. A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered.
Knew it.
He could now play the penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned.
Put into bag.
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Time to start learning some financial literacy.
Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Just then, countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard box. However, it seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
What's happening?
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
Oh, here's my part. Where's the tape? Someone grab the tape.
But the paper balls swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner. He couldn't move. Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed through the room. The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura.
Evil.
Stronger, now with a magnitude of 7.1. Heaven almighty, are we doomed?
The giant unleashed its power maniacally. The paper dragon struggled against it, with no means of fighting back.
The giant looks kind of badass, though.
At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their bodies into the giant. Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple. The giant's figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger. It fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is growing stronger still. The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100 years. My heavens, will this nightmare ever end?
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand what. Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star.
Roar.
At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
Why are you crying?
A huge explosion from the impact drowned out everything else in the attic.
Origami gone wild? Don't
The
make it
attic
weird.
rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons.
Dun, dun,
Daniel
dun.
wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
Hank was saying goodbye. I know, right? It was a sad moment. Also, who the fuck has an attic like this? This attic is actually kind of baller. Um. Oh, it's not there. Ooh, it's like confetti. I just like forever picking at the pieces. Also, chat, I've seen these balls in like Pixar films growing up, but I have never seen a ball with this like design and texture in my life. I feel like I've been lied to all my life. I'm crying right now. You're crying. I'm not crying. I'm sorry to say. I am not actually crying. They're Pokeballs?
My friend.
Rip. A touching story.
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
A few days later, the art festival was held as scheduled. Daniel attended the show with his penny whistle.
Is it my time to shine?
And now, Daniel Trevor
Yep, it's my time to shine.
penny whistle solo of a song titled Fly With Me.
Little did Danny know that the papers he found in that box were covered in LSD. To this day, we just say he had chicken pox. But we learned our lesson. We stopped putting acid in the attic. Oh my god, I thought that was something else running or coming towards the screen. I'm confused what's happening. This is the end to a lovely story between a kid and the wagon. Look at him, he's singing to his wagon. Did voice change again into another amazing actress? Are you talking about me? Ha 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 ha. Oh, look at the gay dragons. You know Rachel from up the street is gonna be filing a complaint. Because this is
And
negatively...
that's how the story
Jesus
ends.
Christ.
Now, you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. But I believe that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world, just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
That was SCP-1762. Huh. Okay. Ugh. What lovely paper dragons. I love them so much. Awesome, but where are they being contained now? Straight to the business. Straight to business. Brought to you by the makers of hallucinogenic lysergic dithalamide acid. You don't actually have to say hallucinogenic, but... Oh, wow. Imagine being the guy who discovered LSD and discovering it after he spilt some on his hands. After spilling some on your hands. Probably end up just like hallucinating for like more than a week, I feel like, though. I've been here for more than a month, and I am now entirely adjusted to the job. Though the content of my work is simply process archive files. It is work that will never bore me. A few absurd jokes aside, most of the archives are really rather fascinating. I've been having hallucinations lately. I feel like someone is calling me, a voice low and uncertain. They seem to be trying to communicate with me, but I can understand a single word they say. In fact, I had planned on seeing a doctor, but Zoe told me it was the typical rookie syndrome and would clear up. The typical rookie syndrome. Is this another SCP? Hmm. Okay. Got a new SCP from Site 83. It's an antique glass perfume bottle. SCP-300 is locked and climate controlled. Contains 2.4 cc's of a colorless liquid. When a single drop of SCP-302 is extracted from SCP-301, and the drop is viewed through a standard optical microscope, an animated scene becomes visible. While no two drops have been shown precisely the same scene, these scenes generally take the form of a pastoral or woodland scenes consistent with that of blank. So far, attempts to analyze the exact chemical components have inexplicably failed. Okay. Hello, Hansa. It's not like actually adding anything over here. It should be adding things so that I can read it. But it's not like adding anything more than what's already here. So far, attempts to analyze the components have inexplicably failed. SCP-302 also invariably evaporates within 2 to 8 hours of being drawn outside, despite all attempts at stabilizing the substance or controlling laboratory conditions. Oh, okay. Moving on. SCP-90. What if he made it while on a natural acid trip brought on by contact with a mushroom or brightly colored frog secretion? What if he made it a natural acid trip? I feel like saying natural and acid trip are just like kind of the same thing. it's like a highly concentrated form of a substance that already exists in nature. It's like saying like a natural marijuana high compared to a fake marijuana high. Contact with a mushroom. I mean, what is it? Most people, when they think of some sort of hallucinatory drug, they always think either mushrooms, like drinking it, eating it, and things. So, I mean, it could be the case. You can imagine, however. Okay, moving on. SCP-90. Artifact is held in a bunker site in the facility and consistently monitored by approved Class D personnel. SCP-90 was located and retrieved in blank blank. SCP-90 had been located in a chamber at the nearby cathedral. SCP-90 was then removed, the cathedral was burned, and the 6 monks and the priest were terminated. SCP-90 has been located at Site Blank since the retrieval. SCP-90 is a black cubic structure, 20 centimeters, 20 cubic centimeters, made of an unknown ceramic material. Object is classified as indestructible following tests outlined in document 90B. Each side is divided into 10,000 individual squares in arrangement similar to a Rubik's Cube. Each square has a part of a design etched in the surface. An unknown internal structure causes the realignment of a single row or column every 2.8 seconds. Okay, vague records of the object's alignments have been kept since 1242 CE, but those kept before 1533 has been lost. Modern technology has allowed the exact alignments to be imaged and recorded as well as studied. Segments are divided by a thin white line unless they are aligned correctly with the square directly adjacent to them. There are 22 correct alignments on the object's surface. Okay. I feel like I need a photo to really like understand this better. Usually eating shrooms or licking frogs. Okay. Didn't realize LSD is derived from ergot, a fungus that grows in rye. Yeah. I actually learned that LSD is derived from ergot because there's an episode in House MD where it's like this lady, she like works at a morgue and like imagines her dead mother talking to her. And she's like constantly going on and on about like wanting to drink milk and stuff. And turns out she was like tripping on acid because she ate some moldy bread. And she wanted to drink milk because milk is actually a natural, like, I guess it's like a way to, it's used as a cure. Okay, conclusion. The combination of different alignment patterns on its bodies can cause disastrous effects of differing scales. It is presumed that full completion of the item will result in a catastrophe of an unprecedented scale. SCP-90 appears to possess the ability to actively change alignment patterns at will in order to cause destruction. Yeah, I don't care enough about this SCP, but okay. Extension, understanding memetics. Memetics. Is that actually what it's saying? In most circumstances, the medium that spreads the meme does not contain any supernatural ability. I swear to God. The meme itself is the sole carrier of supernatural ability. Chat, does Skibbity have power here? If, for example, a meme is written within a book, this does not mean that the book itself is a supernatural phenomenon, only the meme within it contains supernatural elements. Just imagining a fucking... Okay, there's like... The method for detecting invading memes revolve around tracking sudden changes in the subject's limbic system. A common trend Grinko and his team had observed among memetic viruses known to the Foundation was that nearly all of them stimulated an unusually high amount of activity in the orbitofrontal cortex. And so SCP-898 was designed to activate in response to this stimulation. Or, if the subject became consciously aware of a memetic attack, which would frequently start off orbitofrontal cortex activity as well. In order to ensure the SCP-898 would provide adequate protection against all types of memes, Grinko opted to form the core of his counter meme around all 5 senses. Anytime I handled it, use magic missile. I agree. I am very much not reading the rest of this. This is just too much. Just way too much. Okay, chat. I have to go to work tomorrow. And it has been 3 hours, so I'm gonna get some food in me. I'm impressed you read all of what you did read. It's kind of hard. I had to like kind of close one of my eyes. The feeling, like, I have that weird sensation of still feeling the cough medicine, and it's like, I hate it. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Pretty sure everything is saved. I don't see why not. Okay. Thank you everybody for coming out. Next planned stream. I'm gonna stream Thursday. I'm not gonna stream tomorrow because my schedule has me working tomorrow evening, and I did not ask to change that soon enough, so I'm kind of locked in on the schedule that I have to do. Hopefully I'll feel better, of course, by then as well. Thank you everybody for the resub, and on again, thank you for the dono. Thank you for the support, everybody. No raid tonight. I don't know who to raid tonight. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Peace.